Charlie Brown. After all, science has shown that a person's character isn't really established until they're at least 5 years old.
But I am 5. I'm more than 5.
Oh well, that's the way it goes.
The only thing wrong with my big brother Charlie Brown is his lack of confidence. His inferiority and his lack of confidence. His clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence. His stupidity, his clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence.
Did you know that Charlie Brown has never pitched a winning baseball game, never been able to keep a kite in the air, never won a game of checkers, and never successfully punted a football? Sometimes I marvel at his consistency.
It's truly a dog's life, filled with many challenges. I mean, you try acting excited when that round-headed kid comes home from school.
Now, Linus, I want you to get a good look at Charlie Brown's face. Could you please hold still a moment, Charlie Brown? I want Linus to study your face. This is what you call a failure face. See what is failure written all over it? Study it carefully. You rarely see such a good example. Notice the deep lines, the dull, vacant look in the eyes. Yes, I would say this is one of the finest examples of a failure face that you're liable to see for a long while.
Some days I like to wake up early to watch the sunrise, and I think how beautiful it is and how my life flies before me. And I get a very positive feeling about things. Like this morning, for instance. The sky's so clear and the sun so bright. How could anything go wrong on a day like this? I'm late!
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're the kind of reminder we need. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed. You're a good man, Charlie Brown, and we know you will go very far. Yes, it's hard to believe, almost frightening to conceive what a good man you are.
You are kind.
You are kind to all the animals and every little bird. With a heart of gold, you believe as you're told every single solitary word. You bravely face adversity. You're cheerful through the day. You're thoughtful, brave, and courteous. And you also have some thoughts for the moment. Let's just say that you're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a prince, and a prince could be king. With a heart such as yours, you could open any doors. Go on and do anything. You could be King Charlie Brown. You could be.
Everybody says to me,
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
every voice in harmony.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
All I need is one more try. Gotta get that kite to fly. And I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily. Wonder why they stop to say,
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
never liked me anyway.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Trying not to rock the boat, not to make a scene. A good man, yes, but I confess I don't know what they mean. I wanna rise like I should and do everything right, but I lie awake at night, never sleep, with questions in my ear.
Loud and deep,
I wanna join the dance,
take the leap.
but the answer isn't clear. Then I hear
Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Get on the bus, get on the bus. Get on the bus, Charlie Brown. Don't wanna be late for school, that's right. Don't wanna be late, don't wanna be late for school. You're a good man,
on the past. The past has always interested people. I must admit, however, that I don't know much about it. I wasn't here when it happened.
I think lunchtime is about the worst time of day for me. Always having to sit here all alone. Of course, mornings aren't so pleasant either. Waking up and wondering if anyone would really miss me if I never got out of bed. Then there's nighttime, too. Lying there thinking of all the stupid things I've done during the day. Well, lunchtime is among the worst times of day for me. Well, I guess I better see what I got. Peanut butter. Some psychiatrists say that people who eat peanut butter sandwiches are lonely. I guess they're right. And when you're extra lonely, the peanut butter gets stuck to the roof of your mouth. There's that cute little red-headed girl over there. I wonder what she'd do if I went over and asked if I could sit and have lunch with her. She'd probably laugh in my face. It's hard in a face when it gets laughed in. There's an empty spot next to her on the bench. There's no reason why I couldn't go over and sit there. I could do that right now. All I'd have to do is stand up. I'm standing up. I'm sitting down. I'm a coward. So much of a coward, she wouldn't even think to look at me. She hardly ever does look at me. In fact, I can't remember her ever looking at me. Why shouldn't she look at me? Is there any reason in the world why she shouldn't look at me? Is she so big and I'm so small that she can't spare one little moment? She's looking at me. She's looking at me.
No, Sally, you're thinking of the other dress. The one I wore to Lucinda's party. The one I'm talking about was a light blue and had a design embroidered around the waist.
I don't remember.
Something like this. And it had sleeves like this and a sash around the waist like this.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Well, that was the dress I was wearing when I met Frida, and she told me don't fight over it.
Lunchtime is among the worst times of day for me. If that little red-headed girl's looking at me with this stupid bag on my head, she must think I'm the biggest fool alive. But if she isn't looking at me, then I could take it off quickly, and she'd never even notice. Then again, I can never know if she was looking at me until I take off the bed. On the other hand, if I never take off the bag, I'll never have to know if she was looking at me or not. Then again, it's really hard to breathe in here. She isn't looking at me. I wonder why she never looks at me. Oh well, one more lunch hour over with. Only 2,863 to go. All I need is one more try. Gotta get that kite to fly. And I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily.
Do you know something, Schroeder? I think the way you play the piano is nice. Do you know something else? It's always been my dream that I marry a man who plays the piano. At parties he plays something nice like April showers. I'm sure you could play something nice like April showers. Or even Rara Jaka. Just imagine, what would you think if someday you and I should get married? Wouldn't you like that if one day we two should be married? My Aunt Marion was right. Never try to discuss marriage with a musician.
Happiness is a fleeting thing, Sally. But I think that a man can really come closer to it by directing the forces of his life towards a single goal that he believes in. And I do not think it's really a selfish thing either. Because by achieving happiness himself, he can help others to find it. Does that make sense to you?
We had spaghetti at our house 3 times this week.
You know, a princess sort of thing, with a white dress and nice slippers and a big palace, but, well, I guess that's sort of silly, isn't it, Charlie
Oh,
Brown?
no, it's not silly. I mean, well, we all have our little daydreams or ambitions or whatever you want to call them. I mean, there's one I've had myself for years, but I've never told anyone.
What is it? You can tell me.
Okay, well, I've always wanted to be called Flash. I hate the name Charlie. I'd like to be real athletic and have everyone call me Flash. I'd like to be so good at everything that all around the school I'd be known as Flash.
Hey, Frida, listen to this.
What's the matter, Sally?
Well, I don't know. I was jumping rope. Everything was all right, and suddenly it all seemed so futile.
Beethoven used to be fond of taking long walks in the country. He was always inspired by the beautiful sounds of the countryside.
You blockhead, come back here with that ball!
Beethoven had it nice.
I think I'm losing my flavor.
Hey, Snoopy, we're home from school. Hi there, fella. It's so good to see you.
Oh, Snoopy, you're so adorable.
All right, get back on your doghouse. I'll be out later with your supper.
I think Snoopy's such a wonderful dog.
Me too. He's just about the best there is. They like me. I think they're swell. Isn't it remarkable how things turn out so well? Pleasant day, pretty sky, life goes on. Here I lie, not bad at all. Cozy home, board and bed, sturdy roof beneath my head. Not bad at all. Faithful friends, always near me, bring me bones, scratch my ear. Little birds come to cheer me every day. Sitting here on my stomach with their sharp little claws, which are usually cold and occasionally painful, and sometimes there's so many that I can hardly stand it! Rats! I feel every now and then that I gotta fight someone. I know every now and then who I wanna be. A fierce jungle animal crouched at the from here. Let me see. Where was I? Oh, that's right. The pretty sky. Not bad. Not bad at all. Cozy home. Board and bed. Sturdy roof. Beneath my head. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. Not bad at all. I wonder if it will snow tonight. Oh. I'll just walk right into that little red-headed girl and introduce myself. I think I'll introduce myself, and then I think I'll ask her to come over here and sit next to me. I think I'll ask her to sit next to me, and then I think I'll tell her how I've always admired her. I think I'll flap my arms and fly to the moon. Yesterday, I was a dog. Today, I'm a dog. Tomorrow, I'd probably still be a dog. There's just so little hope of advancement.
Today is April Fool's Day, Charlie Brown. I think I'd like to play a little trick on you. I think I'll try a little trick. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? You understand this is April Fool's Day? Sure. I want to be absolutely certain you understand. Okay. Hey, Charlie Brown. That little red-haired girl's over there, and she wants to give you a hug and a kiss.
Really? Wow, that's fantastic.
April Fool. Just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Snoopy, do you see this stick? I, the human, will throw the stick, and you, the dog, will retrieve it.
I, the dog, could not be less interested.
I got it! I got it!
You give me back that blanket!
No, this is just the start. You need to break this disgusting habit of yours.
Clearly, you haven't read the latest scientific reports. A blanket is as important to a child as a hobby is to an adult. Many a man spends his time restoring antique automobiles, or collecting old telephones, or building model trains, or even studying about the Civil War. This is called playing with the past.
Really?
Yes, and it's important, for it helps these men deal with their everyday problems. Now I feel it's going to be absolutely necessary for me to get my blanket back. So I'm just going to give it a good yank. It's surprising what you can accomplish with a little smooth talking and some fast action. Gotcha back again. Delightful. Sucking your thumb without a blink you, I love 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 you.
There's my silly baby brother Linus with his silly little blanket.
There's your little baby brother with a silly little blanket.
Well, you know how babies are with their blankets.
What do you mean? It's the cozy sanctuary, but it's far from necessary. I'm just as self-reliant as before. As a simple demonstration of my independent station, I will go and leave my blanket on the floor. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it, though I know you won't believe it. I'll just walk away and leave it on the floor. La 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 la. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it on the. Don't ever let me do that again.
You're a hopeless case, Linus.
I thought I could do it. I actually thought I could do it. To outgrow it, but meanwhile, it's my blanket.
And me.
And me.
And me.
And me.
Linus, do you know what I intend? I intend to be a queen. I'm going to be the biggest queen there ever was, and I'll live in a nice palace with a big front lawn and all these pretty dresses. And when I go out of my coach, all the people will wave and I will cheer them.
Lucy?
I will cheer them, and they will blow kisses at me, and I will shout at them.
Lucy, I believe queen is an inherited title. Yes, I'm quite sure a person could only become queen if they're born into the correct family of the correct lineage so that they can assume the throne after the death of the reigning monarch. I'm sorry, but I can't see any way for you to possibly become a queen.
And in the summer, I will go to my summer palace, and I will wear my crown and swimming in and everything, and all the people will cheer, and I will shout at them. What do you mean I can't be queen?
It's true.
No. There has to be a loophole. This sort of thing always has a loophole. No one should be kept from being queen if she wants to be one. It's undemocratic!
Good grief.
I know. If I can't be a queen, I'll be very rich. I'll work and work until I'm very rich and I will buy myself a queendom.
I think I'll watch television.
I will buy myself a queendom and I will kick out the old queen and take over the whole operation myself. I will be head queen. Okay, switch channels.
What? I'm not one of your royal subjects. What makes you think you can just walk in here and take over?
These 5 fingers, individually, they're nothing. But when I curl them together into a single unit, they become a fighting force terrible to behold.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Supper time?
Not yet.
Supper time? Not yet. A C? A C? I got a C on my coat hanger sculpture? How could anyone get a C in coat hanger sculpture? May I ask a question? Was I judged on the piece of sculpture itself? If so, then is it not true that time alone can judge a work of art? Or was I judged on my talent? If so, then is it right that I be judged on a part of life over which I have no control? If I was judged on my effort, then I was judged unfairly, for I tried as hard as I could. Perhaps I was being judged on what I had learned about this project. If so, then were not you, my teacher, also being judged on your ability to transmit your knowledge to me? Are you willing to share my C? Perhaps I was being judged on the quality of coat hangers out of which my creation was made. Now, is this not also unfair? Am I to be judged by the quality of coat hangers that are given to us by the dry cleaning establishment that returns our garments? Is that not the responsibility of my parents? Should they not share my C? Thank you, Miss Othmar. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Little more speed, little more rope, little more wind, little more help. Gotta get this stupid kite to fly. Gotta make sure it doesn't snag, doesn't droop, doesn't drag. Gotta watch out for every little whoops. Little less lead, little more tack, little less spice, little more slack. Gotta keep my wits about me now. Gotta make sure it doesn't get the best of me till I get it in the air somehow. Millions of little kids do it every day. They make a kite and poof, it's in the sky. Leave it to me to have the one full kite. Who likes to see a little kid cry? Little less talk, little more skill, little less luck, little more will. Gotta face this fella eye to eye. Now that I've seen you chasing moles, climbing trees, taking poles, catching your string on everything passing by. Why not fly? Wait a minute. What's it doing? It isn't on the ground. It isn't in a tree. It's in the air. Look at that. It's caught the breeze now. It's past the trees now. With room to
are you doing today, Sally?
I'm mad. I'm mad at the whole world.
Are you mad at everybody in the whole world?
I'm mad at everybody.
Are you mad at all the animals and the birds and the fish? What about all the trees and the flowers?
I'm mad at them too. I'm mad at everything.
Are you mad at the sky and the stars? Are you mad at the ground? Are you mad at all the rocks? Are you mad at cars and buildings and TV and circuses and roller skates and bracelets?
You didn't mention jump ropes.
Are you mad at jump ropes?
I'm especially mad at stupid jump ropes!
This is for you, Lucy. Happy Valentine's Day. No, that doesn't sound right. Here, Lucy, this is for you. Happy Valentine's Day. You can do it, just don't get nervous. This is for you, Lucy. Happy Valentine's Day. This is for you, Lucy. Merry Christmas. Oh! I'd give anything if that little red-headed girl sent me a Valentine. Maybe she did send me a Valentine. Maybe she sent me a Valentine and it's in her mailbox right now. I'm too afraid to look. If I look and there's nothing in there, I'll be devastated. But if she did send me a Valentine, I've got to look. Hello? Nothing echoes like an empty mailbox.
I've been thinking about why you didn't get any Valentines, big brother, and I think I figured it out. You didn't get any Valentines because no one sent you any.
I can't stand it. Look at them laughing and enjoying themselves with their Valentines. I sent a Valentine to everyone I know this Valentine's Day. And did I get any in return? No, not one. I didn't get one single Valentine. Everybody gets a Valentine but me. Nobody likes me. I get as bad as many Valentines as a dog. My stomach hurts. Oh, Lucy, I'm so depressed. Everything's going wrong. I don't know what to do.
Maybe there's something I can do to help. I think you just need to come right out and admit all the things that are wrong with you.
Do you really think that'll help?
Certainly.
All right, I'll try. I'm not very handsome or clever or lucid. I've always been stupid at spelling and numbers. I've never been much playing football or baseball or stickball or checkers or marbles or ping pong. I'm usually awful at parties and dances. I stand like a stick, or I cough, or I laugh, or I don't bring the present, or I spill the ice cream, or I get so depressed that I stand and I scream. Oh, how was I born just to be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly blah as me?
Well, that's okay for a start.
A start?
Certainly. You don't think that admitting these few superficial failings is going to do you any good, do you? Why, Charlie Brown, you really have to delve. You're stupid, self-centered, and moody.
I'm moody.
You're terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am, and nobody likes me, not Frida or Shermie or Linus or Schroeder
Or Lucy.
or Lucy
Or Snoopy.
or Wait a minute, Snoopy likes me.
He only pretends to like you because you feed him. That doesn't count.
Or Snoopy. Oh, why was I born just to be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly?
Wait! You're not very much of a person,
That's certain.
and yet there is reason for hope.
There's hope.
For although you are no good at music like Schroeder, or happy like Snoopy, or lovely like me, you have the distinction to be no one else but the singular, remarkable, unique Charlie Brown.
I'm me.
5 cents, please.
I couldn't decide if I wanted fudge marble, vanilla, butter pecan, chocolate, or rocky road. I decided on the fudge marble. Then I had to choose between a plain cone and a sugar cone. I chose the sugar cone. So what happened? I walked out the door and spilled the whole thing on the sidewalk. Don't tell me my life isn't a Shakespearean tragedy.
Today is my grandfather's birthday, Charlie Brown.
Really? How old is he?
63. It's hard to believe he was once a human being.
Why is it I always have my supper in the red dish and my drinking water in the yellow dish? One of these days, I'm going to put my supper in the yellow dish and my drinking water in the red dish. Life's just too short not to live it up a little.
Schroeder, do piano players make a lot of money?
Money? Who cares about money? This is art, you blockhead. This is great music I'm playing. And playing great music is an art. Do you hear me? An art. Art, 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 art!
You fascinate me. What? What?
We call the principal and can't live the blues. We've got a holiday that he can't refuse. A day of harmony, a day of music, Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day?
A reverential mission,
Beethoven Day?
the hope of each musician. No more am I the only guy who stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
Beethoven Day?
Yes, as in Ludwig van Beethoven, composer. Born 1770, died 1827. The eldest of 3 sons. Beethoven's mother was the daughter of the chief overseer at the palace of
Whatever! Schroeder, I just want to let you know that I'm on your side. I want to help you. Publicity-wise, this is a big thing after all.
I appreciate the support, but I just don't want to see Beethoven's birthday commercialized.
Commercialized.
Yes, the next thing you know, they'll be selling Beethoven t-shirts.
Beethoven Day.
If you're wondering how do we start, just know the music till you know it by heart. We're gonna celebrate, we'll have a party, Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day.
When you stay the time,
Beethoven Day.
hear a great recital, right up there for your girl to stand up and say,
Hooray, Beethoven, hooray!
Beethoven Day.
Beethoven Day.
Beethoven Day.
Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day.
A Philharmonic rumble.
Beethoven Day.
A polyphonic jumble. Home dedication. As you stand up and say,
Hooray, Beethoven, hooray! I got it! I got it! We'll demand full-page ads in every newspaper.
what?
We'll make a chain of Beethoven superstores.
What?
Build a Beethoven theme park.
We can have a bake sale.
Wait! That's too commercial. Let's imagine it, that glorious hour, filled with emotion, yet inspired with power, when we all honored a man we adored. On the day we place the newest face on
open day.
A classic arm injection for facing each direction. He became a
It's open hooray.
everybody could
It's Fate's open day.
stand up and say,
Hooray, it's time for celebrating. Fate's open way. La 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 la. Hooray.
All right, everybody, out for rabbit chasing. Go, Schroeder.
Wow, good grief.
Let's go, Snoopy, up and at 'em. It's a magnificent day for chasing rabbits. The air is clear, the sun is shining, the fields and the woodlands lie open and inviting.
If it's such a magnificent day, why spoil it for the rabbits?
Come on, Snoopy. Where's that old thrill of the chase? Where's your spirit of adventure? What kind of dog are you anyway?
I'm a sleeping dog. Take it at that.
You should be ashamed of yourself, wasting a perfect day like this. The scent is fresh, the trail is clear. Let's go track us down a big old rabbit.
I get the feeling she's determined. Might as well make her money's worth.
Attaboy, Snoopy. We got to see lots of game today. Sometimes, when you're depressed, all you want to do is nothing. All you want to do is lean your head on your arm and stare into space. Sometimes, when you're unusually depressed, you'll have to switch arms.
Schroeder, what did you do with that picture of me I gave you?
I threw it away.
With your own two hands?
Of course.
He touched my picture!
Today has been a bad time for me. Maybe if I'm lucky, tomorrow will be a better one.
In some parts of the world, today is yesterday. And tomorrow is today. If tomorrow is already today, Charlie Brown, there's no way it could possibly be a better day.
You're a lot of fun to have around.
Chasing rabbits, 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 chasing rabbits,
Rabbit?
Rabbit?
Rabbits?
Rabbits?
Up a creep on
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 83 to go.
The name of the book about which this book report is about is Peter Rabbit, which is about this rabbit. I found it very. I like the part where it was it reminded me of Robin Hood. And the part when little John jumps from the rock to the sheriff of Nottingham comes back. And then Robin and everyone's ruffling the trees in a sudden surprise attack. And they captured the sheriff and all of his goods and they carried him back to the camp of the woods and he screamed away. And he sounded the call, but he wrinkled away and he sounded the call. His men rushed in and the arrows flew. Peter Rabbit did sort of that kind of thing too.
The name of the rabbit was Peter. 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
In establishing a work such as Peter Rabbit, it is important that the deceptively simple plot may not blind the readers to the more substantial fabric of its deeper motivations. In this report, I plan to discuss the sociological implications of family pressure so great as to drive an otherwise moral rabbit to perform acts of thievery which he consciously knew were against the law. I also plan to discuss the personalities of Mr. McGregor in his conflicting roles as farmer and humanitarian.
If I start
Peter
writing
Rabbit is
now, when I'm
established start
not
as a
really
benevolent
rested,
hero,
it
and
could
it's only with the increasing
thinking,
social
which is
pressure
no
that the
good at all. I'll get
moral
a
fabric
fresh
begins
start
unraveling.
tomorrow, and it's not due till Wednesday, so I'll have all of Tuesday unless something should happen. Why does this always happen? I should be outside playing, getting fresh air and sunshine. I work best under pressure, and there'll be lots of pressure if I wait till tomorrow. I should start writing now, but if I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all.
The other people's name was McGregor. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, yes!
Down came the staff on his head, smash! And Robin fell like a sack full of lead. Crash! The sheriff laughed and he left him for dead. Ha! But he was wrong.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Just then an arrow flew in, wing! It was a sign for the fight to begin. Sing! And then it looked like the sheriff could win. But not for long. Away they ran. Just like rabbits who run a lot, as you can tell from the story of Peter Rabbit, which this report is about.
Rabbits, 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 chasing rabbits! How do they expect us to write a book report?
There were vegetables in the garden.
In just 2 days. How can they conspire to make life so miserable? And so effectively in so many ways?
Not to mention the extreme pressure exerted on him by his deeply rooted rivalry with Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail.
If I start writing now, but I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all.
And they were very, 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 very happy to be home.
And
94, 95, the very, very
Here's the World War I flying ace, high over France in his sock with camel, searching for the infamous Red Baron. I must bring him down. Suddenly, anti-aircraft, R2 we used to call it, begins bursting beneath my plane. Red Baron spotted me. Nya, 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 you can't hit me! Actually, tough flying aces never say na 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 na. It's just, I dread this fog. It's bad enough I have to fight the Red Baron without having to fly in weather like this. All right, Red Baron, where are you? You can't hide forever! The sun's broken through. I can see the woods of Mount Sac below. And what's this? It's a Fokker triplane! Ha ha! I've got you this time, Red Baron! Oh, coming out of the sun! I've got to run! Come on, Papa Campbell, let's go! Go! Campbell! Go! I can't shake him! He's riddling my plane with bullets! Curse you, Red Baron! Curse you and your kind! Curse the evil that causes all this unhappiness! Here's the World War I flying ace, back at the aerodrome in France. He is exhausted. He doesn't sleep. For one thought continues to burn through his mind. Someday I'll get you, Red Baron! Oh yeah? That's what you think. Oh yeah? That's what you think. Oh yeah? That's what you think. Oh yeah? That's what you think.
What?
That's my new philosophy. Oh yeah? That's what you think.
Why are you telling me?
What?
Why are you telling me?
Why are you telling me? I like it. That's a good philosophy. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me my new philosophy? The teacher gave a D on last week's homework. She said, Miss Sally Brown, your grades are going down. I could have told her.
New philosophy.
My new philosophy, Miss B, I'm T, look C, a D, a D. Well, why are you telling me? And that's my new philosophy.
That's your new philosophy.
Why are you telling me? My new philosophy.
That's great, Sally, but I've got to go practice Chopin's Nocturne in B-flat minor.
No, I like it. No, that's a good philosophy. No, no, no.
So that's your new philosophy, huh?
Yes, I mean no. Just like a busy bee, each new philosophy can fly from tree to tree and keep me moving. When life's a dizzy maze on alternating days, I choose a different phrase.
Philosophy. Sally. Some philosophies are simple. Man does not live by bread alone. Some philosophies are clear.
Leave your message at the sound of the tone. Some philosophies pick and choose, deciding what goes in it.
Some take a lifetime.
Mine take a minute.
But Sally, anything that takes only a minute can't be very lasting. For instance, Beethoven took over 2 years to complete his brilliant Ninth Symphony.
No,
I can't stand it.
I can't stand it. I like it. It's like a guarantee, my new philosophy. And things are sure to be a whole lot brighter. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Why are you telling me? No, I can't stand it. Now life is free and easy, much more philosophy with my brand new. You know, someone has said that we should live each day as if it were the last day of our lives. This is it! This is the last day! I've only got 24 hours left! Help me! This is the last day! Clearly, some philosophies aren't for all people. And that's my new philosophy.
All right, game. I want this to be our biggest and best game of the season. I want everyone playing with everything out he's got.
Charlie Brown, I thought of some new strategy for you. Why don't you tell the other team we're going to play them at a certain place? Only it isn't the real place, see? And when they don't show up, we'll win by forfeit. Isn't that good strategy? I don't understand these managers who don't want to use good strategy.
The thing we have to remember is spirit and teamwork. If we really grit our teeth and bear down, I'm sure we can finish the
That
season.
other team was trash talking us, Charlie Brown. I got even with them, though. I said, you guys think you're so great. Mozart was writing symphonies by the time he was your age. That really shut him up.
I'll bet it did. If we really grit our teeth and bear down, I'm sure we can finish the
Perhaps
season.
you shouldn't be a playing manager, Charlie Brown. Perhaps you should be a bench manager.
That's a good idea. You would be a great bench manager, Big Brother. You could say, bench, do this, or bench, do that. You could even be in charge of where we put the bench. When we get out onto the playing field, you could say, let's put the bench here, or let's put the bench there.
I can't stand it.
Oh, what's the sense in our playing when we know we're going to lose? I mean, if there was even a 1,000,000 to 1 chance we would win, it might make some sense.
Yeah.
Well, there may not be a 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but I'm sure there's at least a 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance.
Yeah!
Give me a T.
T.
Give me an E.
E.
Give me an A.
A.
Give me an M.
M.
What have you got?
Team!
There is no team like the best team, which is our team right here. We will show you we're the best team in the very little league this year. And in no time, we'll be big time with the big league baseball stars. For all we have to do is win just one more game, and the championship is ours.
Dear pen pal, you'll never guess what happened today at the baseball game. It's hard to believe what happened today at the baseball game. I was the manager, Schroeder was catcher, and all of the team was the same as always. But somehow or other, disaster struck at the baseball game. Have love.
Break! Swing! I got it!
I got it.
pitch my curve, but somehow he hit it a good strong cloud. Lucy, I hollered, it's coming right to you. She caught it as easy as pie, then dropped it. I don't think it's good for the team's morale to see their manager cry. Snoopy helped out by biting a runner and catching the ball with his teeth. Linus caught flies from a third-story window by holding his blanket beneath. Yes, we had fortitude, no one could argue with that. And one run would win us the game as I came up to bat.
Oh, Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown. Okay, Charlie Brown, we're all behind you, sort of. I mean, this kid can pitch. He pitches like my grandmother, Charlie Brown. Now, all you have to do is bear down, just bear down. And when you get to my first, watching for my signal. Got it, Flash?
With the big league baseball stars, for all we have to do is win just one more game.
And the championship is ours.
2 men were on with 2 outs and 1 strike to go. Then I saw her, this cute little red-headed girl I know. Firmly I vowed I would win it for her, and I shouldered my bat and I swung. Dear pen pal, I'm told where you live is really quite far. Would you please send directions on how I can get where you are? Your friend, Charlie Brown.
I'm sorry to have to say this right to your face, Lucy, but it's true. You're a very crabby person. No, I'm sure your crabbiness has probably become so natural to you now that you're not even aware when you're being crabby, but it's true just the same. You're a very crabby person, and you're crabby to just about everyone you meet. Now, I hope you don't mind my saying this, Lucy, and I hope you'll take it in the spirit that it's meant. I think we should be all open to any opportunity to learn more about ourselves. I think Socrates was very right when he said that one of the first rules for anyone in life is to know thyself. Well, I guess I've said about enough. I hope I haven't offended you or anything.
Well, what does Socrates got to do with it anyway, huh? Did she ever get to be a queen? Tell me that. Did she ever get to be a queen? Did she ever get to be a queen? Who was Socrates anyway? Know thyself, huh?
Hey Snoopy, wanna help me get my arm back in shape? Now watch out for this one. It's a new fastball.
Excuse me a moment, Charlie Brown, but I wonder if you wouldn't mind answering a few questions.
Certainly, Lucy.
Well, I'm conducting a survey to enable me to know myself better. And first of all, I'd like to ask, on a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 as average, 75 is above average, and 90 is exceptional, where would you rate me in regards to crabbiness?
Well, Lucy.
Well, your ballots do not be signed, and all answers will be held in the strictest confidence.
Well, still, Lucy, that's a really hard question to answer.
You may have a few moments to think it over, or we can come back to it if you'd like.
I think I'd like to come back to it if you won't mind.
This next question deals with certain character traits you may have observed. In regards to personality, would you say mine is A, forceful, B, pleasing, or C, objectionable?
Forceful, Lucy, but...
Forceful, I see. Well, we'll make a check mark next to the letter A then. Now, would you rate my ability to get along with others as poor, good, excellent, or amazing?
I think that depends a lot on what you mean by get along with other people.
You know, make friends, sparkle in a crowd, that sort of thing.
Is there a space for abstention?
Certainly. I'll put a check mark at none of the above. The next question deals with physical appearance. In regards to my beauty, would you say that I was A, stunning, B, mysterious, or C, intoxicating?
Well, gee, Lucy, I don't know. You look just fine to me.
Stunning. All right, Charlie Brown. I think we should get back to that first question. Using a scale of 0 to 100, and with 50 as average, 75 is above average.
Remember the question, Lucy.
Well?
51.
51 is your crabbiest rating for me. Very well then. That about does it, I think. Thank you very much for helping with the survey, Charlie Brown. Your cooperation has been greatly appreciated.
It was a pleasure, Lucy. Come on, Snoopy.
Oh, just a minute. One more question. Would you answer yes or no to the question, is Lucy Van Pelt the sort of person you'd want as president of your civic organization or club?
Yes, Lucy, by all means.
Yes, well, thank you very much. That about does it, I think. Well, who asked you anyway? Now let's see. That's 51, none of the above. Schroeder was right. I could already feel myself being filled with the glow of self-awareness. Oh, Sally, I'm conducting a survey, and I wonder if
110. C, poor. None of the above. No. And what are you going to do about the dent you made in my bicycle?
It's amazing how fast word of these surveys gets around. Oh, Linus, I'm glad you're here. I'm conducting a survey, and there's a few questions I'd like to ask you.
Sure, go ahead, Lucy.
Well, the first question is, on a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 as average, 75 is above average, and 90 is exceptional, where would you rate my crabbiness?
You're my big sister.
That's not the question.
No, but that's the answer.
Come on, Linus. Answer the question.
Lucy, I know that if I give any sort of an honest answer to that question, you're going to slug me.
Linus, would I waste my time collecting these surveys if I didn't expect complete candor in all my responses? A survey that isn't built on honest answers is like a house built on a foundation of sand. I promise not to slug you. Now answer the question.
95.
It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Now I add these two columns and that gives me my answer. There, I've got it. Let's see. It's true. I'm a very crabby person. I'm so crabby that everyone knows it. I'm a super crab. I've done nothing but spread crabbiness everywhere I go. It's a wonder I have any friends at all, or even associates. It's a wonder anyone will still talk to me. I've done nothing but breed unhappiness and resentment everywhere I go. Where did I go wrong? How can I be so selfish? How could?
What's wrong, Lucy?
Don't talk to me, Linus. I don't deserve to be spoken to. I don't deserve to breathe the air I breathe.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. There's no reason why I should keep on breathing on the face of this earth.
Yes, there is.
Name one. Give me one reason why I should keep on living on the face of this planet.
Well, for one thing, you have a little brother who loves you. Every once in a while, I say the right thing.
I'm sure it's surprising, but I'm sure Lucy knows now she can't be crabby anymore.
Anymore?
Hey, where is everybody? I told them to be.
You told them to be here.
We don't rehearse, we can't sing at the assembly tomorrow.
The assembly tomorrow.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown?
Linus.
Linus?
Lucy.
You brought that to back here with that pencil!
No, not till you give me
That's
back my
best
crayon.
pencil, but if you don't give me my pencil, I'll tell Sally what you said about her.
Stop that. We've got to rehearse. You're late.
What did you say about me, Linus?
She said.
Stop that.
I'm sorry I'm late, but Snoopy.
There's no time to be sorry.
What did he say?
He said.
Quiet! remember, this is a mood piece. We must paint a picture with music and words. And concentrate. Remember, adagio con brio.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play.
Give me my pencil.
Where seldom is heard a discouraging word,
Not on your
and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Don't tell me what you do. Give me my
Home on the range.
Give me my pencil.
No.
Where the deer
Not
and
until you
the antelope play. Where seldom is heard
Give me my
a
pencil.
discouraging word,
No comic, no
and the
pencil.
skies are not cloudy all day.
My pencil.
No!
Oh, give me a land
Give me that
where the
pencil.
bright
That's
diamond
just-
sand flows leisurely down the stream.
Why did you change that as pencil?
Where the graceful white swan goes gliding along like a maid in a heavenly dream.
An enigma.
An enigma, huh?
Boy, that makes me
Home
want to
on the
know.
What's an enigma? Never mind.
Where the deer
What's an
and
enigma?
the
Hey,
What is an
still
enigma?
my pencil.
Where seldom is heard a discouraging word.
And the skies are not cloudy all day.
I've been wondering when it was that dogs first became regarded as man's best friend. Probably right after the invention of cookies. My teeth are beginning to tingle. I feel like I've got to fight someone for some down or I'll start getting mad. And yet, society frowns on such an action. So what happens? I'm stuck with tingling teeth. Each family has a chain of command. And do you know who's the lowest on that chain? Guess. It's the dog. The dog is the lowest. Do you understand that? I said, do you understand that? I hate it when you stare at him like this. Ugh. Hey, Linus, where are you going?
Lucy's teaching me, Charlie Brown. She says it's a big sister's job to educate her little brother. Boy, is she intelligent.
Come along, Linus.
Do you see this tree? It's called a fir tree. It's called a fir tree because it gives us fur for coats. It also gives us wool in the wintertime.
Boy, that's really fascinating, Lucy. I never knew that.
This is an elm tree. It's very little, but it will grow up into a giant tree. And oh, you can tell how old it is by counting its leaves.
I'm sorry, Lucy, I don't mean to interrupt, but that's ridiculous.
And way up there, the fluffy little white things, those are clouds. They make the wind blow. And way down there, those tiny little black things, those are bugs. They make the grass grow.
Is that so?
Uh-huh. They run around all day, tugging and tugging at each tiny seedling until it grows up into a big tall blade of grass.
Boy, that's amazing.
Oh, good grief.
And this thing here, it's called a hydrant. They grow all over, and no one seems to know just how a little thing like that gives so much And on Christmas and Thanksgiving, we eat that.
Lucy, I really don't mean to interfere, but I can't just...
And way up there, the little stars and planets make the rain, which falls in showers. And when it's cold and winter is upon us, the snow comes up, just like the flowers.
Now, Lucy, I know that one's not true. Snow doesn't come up, it comes down.
After it comes up, the wind blows it around so it looks like it's coming down, but actually snow comes up out of the ground like grass. Snow comes up, Charlie Brown. Snow comes up.
Oh, good grief!
Lucy, why is Charlie Brown banging his head against that tree?
To loosen the bark to help the tree grow faster. Come along, Highness. Clouds can make the wind blow, buds can make the grass grow. So, there you go. These are little known facts that now you know.
My stomach clock just went off. Supper time. Charlie Brown is proud to feed me. Here I lie, a withering, hollow shell of a dog. And there sits my supper dish, empty. That's all right. He'll remember. When no furry friend comes to greet him after school, then he'll remember, and he'll rush out here to the doghouse, but it'll be too late. There'll be no friend who used to love to run and play with him so happily. There'll be nothing left but the bleached bones of...
Hey, Snoopy, are you asleep or something? I've been standing here a whole minute with your supper.
Supper time? Supper time? Behold the brimming bowl of meat and meal, which has been forth to ease our hunger. Behold the flowing flagon, moist and sweet, which has been sent to slake our thirst.
All right, no need to make a big production about it. Just get off that doghouse and eat.
It's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time. Oh, it's supper time. Very best time of day. It's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time. And when supper time comes, can supper be far away? But bring on the soup dish, bring on the cup, bring on the bacon and fill me up, 'cause it's supper time. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da, ba-yap-a-doo-da, zayap-a-day-da-doo-da, supper time. Do, do. Oh, bring on the soup dish, bring on the cup, bring on the barrel and fill me up, 'cause it's supper, super pepper upper, supper, super duper supper time. Wintertime's nice with the ice and snow. Summertime's nice with a place to go. Bedtime, overtime, halftime too. But they just can't hold a candle to my supper time. Oh yeah, it's supper time. Bring on the hamburger,
Bring on the fun. Happy's little puppy loves everyone. 'Cause it's supper. Supper, 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 supper. Super pepper upper. Supper. Super duper supper time. A two, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Supper time. Ooh, supper time. Ooh, yeah. Supper time. Bring on the meat. Supper time. It's time to eat. Supper time. Supper time. Supper time. Supper time. Bring on food. Supper time. Supper time. Bring on supper time. Supper time. Now cut that out! Why can't you eat your meal calmly and quietly like any normal dog?
What's wrong with making mealtime a joyous occasion?
Supper, 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 supper.
Well, I don't know, Linus. It doesn't look like a star to me the way the lights are flicking on and off. Schroeder, is it an airplane or a star?
We'll leave that as a star. But it could be a planet, you know? Or maybe even a satellite.
It could be a satellite, I wonder.
Well, we'll never find out by just sitting here.
Where are you going?
Get a closer look.
I like to sit up here after supper time and hear the sounds of the night. But something seems to be missing. Oh! My opinion. That's exactly what it needed.
I'm so happy. That little red-headed girl dropped her pencil. It has teeth marks all over it. She nibbles her pencil. She's human. I guess it hasn't been such a bad day after all. Happiness is finding a pencil, pizza with sausage.
Happiness is learning to whistle.
Tying your shoes for the very first time.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too. For happiness is anyone and anything at all that's love. Woo!